Welcome everybody to this soccer special Super 6 Red and Tera prediction segment of the podcast.
Week 2.
It's wordy. We'll have to break that down.
Yeah.
But so last week we got, 6 points?
Yeah.
For the first week, not great, not bad. Kind of like I think we're going to sail around average between 8 and 10, and then we'll peak at a few. We'll get a few kind of up in the high teens the odd week as well. It is fucking tough, man. Like it's tough. And you can be you'll be having a good week. You'll be sitting there. It's all happened to me. You be up there and you'll be on 21 points, and it's like fucking the 82nd minute or something that you're like, oh man, I just need this team to score, this team to score, this team to score. But the opposite happens, and then you end up on fucking 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it is kind of because every goal will change.
Well, your golden rule of no 2-0 or whatever, no nils. So there was fucking 2 of them there that finished off 1-0.
Again, as I'm saying, I'm not saying don't do them.
No, I know. Yeah.
I'm saying that's the theory behind it. Just what I'm saying is know this before you choose it. That's all I was saying. Let's
be aware.
Yeah, be aware. That's all I was saying. The pros and the cons.
There's
always going to be nils in it as well,
yeah.
Obviously. But it's just that's what I'm saying. If you have that team down as nil and they're the fourth team to score in the fourth minute, your whole thing is gone.
Yeah, the whole thing's gone. Anyway, let's be honest. We're not going to win anything here.
It's a million this week. It's a million
throw
this week.
Up the results from last week just to show the folks.
Show the shame.
So we said Newcastle 2-1. Now I remember saying 2-0, but I went with you. I was swayed. So 2-0. So we got 2 points on that.
Listen. This whole I told you so is not going to work on this segment. So if that's what's going to be,
no, it's not because then I said Ings is going to score a hat trick and Southampton were beating 1-0. So
And I didn't even bring that up.
Well,
this is the sort of guy I am. Tara just speaks notions of our characters.
You know me. I'll hold my hand up and I'll fucking admit when I was wrong. But I'll
point
out
because you won't still to me to not call you into class A's with your football. Right. Moving on.
All right. So Palace pretty much fucking done me dirty on me bleeding acca for the weekend as well, the cunts. Again,
I'm shocked by the Southampton result, but happy because I have a bet that Villa will finish ahead of them.
In fairness, I watched some of the match and Southampton they just didn't get going. They just looked like
they've a good squad. They have a good team, and you like that at the start of last season. I remember because me and mate were doing a bit and then they just kind of drifted apart. Now again, that was us going the other way as well. So.
Yeah, just nothing came off them. Palace scored and they just kind of sat back, soaked everything up, and they had a few chances on the break. But Southampton, the last ball was just shy. So, yeah, they done us dirty there.
Did Palace get the goal and sit on it, or I didn't even see the highlights?
Not that they sat on it, but they kind of scored early, and they just Southampton just were terrible. It just broke down in the last third, but they didn't even put a whole lot of pressure on Palace's back line. But Palace were breaking a couple of times. Zaha could have had a couple of goals on the break, or could have set someone up, and he tried to score himself. But yeah, I think it was pretty much they deserved the 1-0 win. You couldn't argue with it. Bournemouth Blackburn, we went 1-1, and it finished 3-2.
We were close.
It finished 3-2. We were nearly there. Yeah, it was hard to know, wasn't it, with Bournemouth, what way they were going to go with selling a few players going back down, but they got the win. Norwich, we said 2-0, finished 1-0, so didn't see anything, but I'm sure some cunt missed a goal right at the end or something, Wankers.
But then again, if you look at West Ham, if West Ham got a goal and Norwich got another, we've 10 points there.
There you go.
I mean, it's just goals.
On results, we don't know. No. Yeah, so QPR to beat Forest 2-1, they finished 2-0. No, close. Don't know what way the game went.
It's actually more nils than that else, actually. 4 nils. 5.
And Reading beaten Derby. Now, I went all in for Derby. I fucking
Derby for that.
Won't happen again. These cunts, these ram bastards.
In fairness, we gave them Reading the 2 goals.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
It's the little things, they focus on the positives.
And what was so the first goal was Zaha in the 13th minute, and we predicted the fourth. So
Well, I predicted it last week, so you can predict it this week.
Yeah, all right. Right, so to jump into this week's one, so first up we have Leeds against Fulham. So 2 championship sides come up last year. Leeds, in fairness, they looked very good against Liverpool, but not great at the back. Fulham look like they're going to struggle this year. Arsenal fairly done them in. So I'd go for a Leeds win personally myself. Will it be a tight game? What?
You give Fulham the goal. That's the like.
I think was Mitrovic coming back from an injury or something. He came on anyway, and I think he had a chance.
Yeah, I think he's starting.
Yeah, so I'd probably go 2-1 Leeds.
Yeah. Yeah, mark that in.
Right. Have to give Leeds that first win at home. Middlesbrough, Bournemouth. Middlesbrough are always a fucking tough side to pick.
They're a cunt.
Yeah, they're tough. They blow hot and cold.
Yeah.
I'll go with Bournemouth, I'd say. I'd go with Bournemouth just because they won last week. See, did they go on a run?
They won the Carabao as well.
Yeah, I'd go with Bournemouth. No idea what the score. I'll let you throw the score in there if you want to have a show.
I'll go 2-1.
2-1?
Yeah. Because again, you know, Middlesbrough shot. Like Middlesbrough might score fucking force, like, you know what I mean? You know, and then just capitulate. Yeah. Love that word.
Capitulate is the word of the day.
Super word.
Will Watford capitulate against Sheffield Wednesday, or will they pull out a great result? Seeing Liverpool were linked with your man Sarr off them today. They were talking 35 million. He's a decent player.
The owls versus the pigeons.
The what?
What was it?
The Moose. The Moose or the Goose? Your man Sarr that plays for Watford was linked with Liverpool today. He's a decent. He's only a young lad, kind of wide player. But
stay there, son. Stay there. Get your game. You can let it just.
But wasn't it? Is it the Corday went to Everton? He was fucking quality the weekend as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd go probably with Watford Wednesday. Yeah, it's a hard one to pick.
I just say 1-1.
Yeah.
Because again, you don't know which. Because Sheffield Wednesday and that sort of side that, like they're Middlesbrough-esque, where if they show up, they'll beat Watford fucking 3-1, or the.
Watford, Watford are still a decent side though. They still have the likes of Deeney and Hughes and fucking what's his name that plays.
Yeah, but the Sheffield Wednesday are kind of because they're more established in the league. They know how to pace of the league. Like Watford are going to have to readapt to the pace as well. Like.
Yeah, but they have good players. Like what's your man that used to play by Barca and fucking never remember his name.
Oh shit! I can't remember that. You know me. We've been through this.
Yeah, it'll come back to me. If I was picking them for a knacker, it'd be Watford all day. But you want to go 1-1? Could easily be 1-1.
Well, no. If you want to, go with your Watford because you seem more convinced than I am. I'm just because I'm not sure, so I'm kind of going down the middle because it's one of those fucking games that can go either way. So
go 1-0 Watford.
Yeah.
I know you don't like the nils. You want to go? I'm not going 2-1 again. Fuck that.
Yeah, no, we're great.
Norwich Preston.
Right, Preston are a decent side.
Not a decent side, but I think Norwich are going to go back up again this year.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think they'll struggle. I think it's going to be tough this year because that's the thing about the championship. It's fucking like even by like March, you have no idea. You know what I mean? The fucking top 6 can end up fighting for a playoff. You know what I mean? You're second in the league in March, and then on the last game, you need the other team to draw, and you need to win by 2 just to get the playoff. Like, so it's fucking.
I know what you're saying, but just
Preston are a decent side. They're kind of.
I know that dog. Your man that went in there was decent. Obviously, the England.
But they've kind of become a good team over the past couple of seasons. They've been ropey, but again, I do think Norwich should win. I'm sure they're the bookies' favourites. But again, if it was me, I'd go 2-1. But I know they probably don't want another 2-1 league, or maybe 2-all. I don't know.
I'd hedge Norwich for the win, but yeah, I don't know. Go 3-1 or fucking 2-0 or something like that. But no. Go on, shout it, pick it. What's the first thing that comes to your head?
Well, again, it's like I think Norwich should win, but I do think Preston will score. I don't see Norwich scoring 3.
Well, we go 2-1. It's the weekend of 2-1s. Every game will finish 4-0. Brentford.
Over 2-1.
Brentford, Huddersfield.
Tough one.
What?
That's a tough one as well.
Tough one, yeah. Of all of them, we'll probably throw a draw on that one.
Well, I say Brentford.
Would you say Brentford, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, Brentford, they kind of finished strong last season, even though they got rid of 1 or 2 players. They won last weekend. I think, I'm pretty sure they did.
Right, call it. I'll leave this one with you.
And Huddersfield are a bit fucking. They're just going to capitulate, to be honest with you. Yeah, so 1-0 Brentford.
1-0 Brentford, right. And the Swans against the Brahms.
Oh, Birmingham, not a countryside.
Yeah.
And not because I'm a Villa man. It's like literally are.
Swansea are decent, so I'd see Swansea winning that now, to be honest, but they'll probably get beaten 3-0.
But that's the same. Birmingham, that's sort of fucking good as well.
That's the championship, isn't it? Like that, yeah. My yakka at the weekend would look like that. It'd be like Bournemouth, Watford, Norwich, Brentford, Swansea, and it'd be fucking 3-0 Sheffield Wednesday, 2-1 Preston, fucking 4-0 Birmingham. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Go on, I'll let you shout this one as well.
Right, I'm going to go with the bad Birmingham showing up. I'm going to go 3-1 Swansea.
3-1 Swansea. 3-1. Right, so we got.
Now again, could be 3-1 Birmingham because it depends.
Yeah, I'm fucking like, come here. I would not be surprised if it was 3-0 Birmingham after about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So Leeds 2-1 against Fulham. Bournemouth 2-1 away to Middlesbrough. Watford 1-0 away to Wednesday. Norwich 2-1 at Preston. Brentford 1-0, Huddersfield, and Swansea 3-1 against Birmingham. Yeah.
Yeah.
And golden goal prediction, I'm gonna go for lucky number 13.
Ooh.
Probably gonna be less than that, but I'll go 13. Why not?
I always do on my own one. I always do 8 minutes.
Always go 8, yeah.
Because I picked it. It was just, the first one. I went 8, and then it's kind of like that lotto number thing.
Yeah.
The time you change it, it will be that. So I just kind of stuck with that. Like.
So go head to head with Jeff and submit my entry. I've had 1 or 2 people ask me about doing the league. What do you think? Will we throw the shout out, and if enough people want to jump in and do a league or something, we can start one up.
Yeah, word up.
I'm interested. I'll throw it up in the description, and if we get a few, if we get 5 or 6 in, even I'll set it up for next week, and people can jump into the league or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, for most people, if they have the yoke set up already, they just have to set up the code. Yeah, I'll hop on board for a bit of banter. We'll do the league live as well. We'll call out the league and probably review some of your scores.
All the cunts cheating, trying to beat us.
Yeah, that's it. We review your scores and see how is cheated, because clearly I don't know for us. Let's be honest with you, you're experts in the field of.
So,
football.
What do you think of Bale back to Spurs?
Is he not getting on with Mourinho in Real?
I think Mourinho was trying to buy him, but Mourinho was gone before Bale got there.
Oh, was he? Yeah, I couldn't remember. I thought him and Bale didn't get on. I could. But again, the same memory.
Yeah.
It's actually a real concern, to be honest with you. But hopefully he does well. I've always liked Bale. Like, he's a good player. Like, fucking show moments of absolute brilliance and
lazy bastard mentality.
Yeah, but I think the fucking price tags and all, like,
I was seeing literally earlier. I was saying looks like the deal's done, and then like on some other feed somewhere, it was like rumor has a Bale out injured for the next 4 weeks. I was like, that's fucking Yeah, that sums it up all right. He fucking signs for Spurs out for 4 weeks. Like, he's just one of those players, isn't he? Whatever it is about him, he's always just been injury prone. Like, he's like Darren Anderton.
Yeah, because I do like him. Like he's a good player.
Oh, come here, he's a quality. Like,
when
Spurs
he's
need
on
to.
form, he can win a game for any team.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Well, watching Spurs against Everton at the weekend, they were fucking disaster. Eric Dyer, Harry Winks. I think Dele Alli might be going on loan to PSG or something. Like, Mourinho just wants him out.
Yeah, he's not. He's getting. He has it in the locker, but he just.
Yeah.
Just
that's what I mean. So, like a character like Bale coming in there could be huge for Spurs in turn. Just even motivationally, you know, to have that sort of player in the dressing room, that big character, won everything, blah blah blah.
I have to say, right, I used to love Spurs. I used to always like Spurs. Never had a problem with them until the Jack Grealish thing. When we went into administration and they tried to lowball us, and now I'm more like fuck Spurs. Like, I'm glad.
All about
I'm
that.
glad they're not going to win the league for the next one.
Yeah.
And I think they'll finish maybe 6th or 7th this season.
I have to say, I was kind of disappointed to see Doherty going there as well, because I thought he could have done a bit better, but now he's at Spurs. Like, no, I don't really dislike Spurs. Like, they're not whatever, you know. So under Pochettino,
this is because of that. I just thought that was low to come in.
Under Pochettino, I was growing to like them when they had Eriksen playing well and Son playing well and all. They were a good side to watch for about 2 seasons. I think the year that Leicester won the league and the year after that they kind of pushed City, but they just fucking. They didn't buy great. Like, Lucas Moura was decent, but fucking Sissoko, show pony. Your man Dombele or Non-Bele, whatever. He looked great at Lyon and he's fucking shite at playing Spurs. So, and like the likes of Harry Winks and Eric Dyer. I was watching Eric Dyer for the goal last week and all. It's fucking horrendous, like horrendous.
There is a bit overrated, I have to say.
Yeah.
No, I don't kind of get the.
Did anyone ever rate
the English team kind of because he's English, he kind of gets a little bit more hype.
And the other news today, Thiago.
Who never heard of him? Who's he?
Thiago. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You don't need to know about him. You'll see.
He's no Ollie Watkins. That's all I'll say.
Alcantara. Yeah, I think, to be honest, watching the Leeds match last week, I mean, Liverpool will beat anybody on that day, but Jesus Christ, I've never seen such poor defending. And
yeah,
what happened was they took Henderson off, who's been out injured since the back end of last season, so whatever. And they took off, was it Fabinho, or they put Fabinho in? I think they took Keita off and put on the young fella Curtis Jones, who I like, but straight like within a minute, boom, 3-0. And it was the player ran off Curtis Jones, you know what I mean? Young fella, inexperienced, but you're just looking at that sort of experience in midfield, someone who dictate the pace of the game and control the ball and all that. So we haven't really got that. We've always had an engine room without any sort of real, you know, industry in terms of distribution of the ball. Henderson will run all day. Fabinho will shut everything down. Wijnaldum will run all day. But you need a little playmaker in there. Not like Keita is going forward or whatever, but I think a little holding fucking conductor of the play. So very happy, because you're looking at everyone else buying players, City and Chelsea and all, and like Chelsea buying fucking Havertz and Werner and all these players, and you're going, these cunts will catch us and go past us if we don't do something. So,
well, if even 2 of them players do well, Chelsea are going to be in for a shout. Like,
I watched them against Brighton, and Werner is going to be unreal.
Yeah, he's a smashing baller.
Havertz wasn't great, but you can still see he's a smashing player, you know, when he adapts. Like, and they're looking at getting a goalkeeper, and your man James. Did you see his goal? The right full. Jesus, he's some player as well. So you're looking at that Chelsea team. They're still a bit young, but with Pulisic, Mount, they still Tammy Abraham on the bench. They had fucking Giroud on the bench. Kovacic was out. Kante playing. Like, they've some fucking team, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Hudson and Doy.
and they have a person they've bolstered well, and that's what I'm saying. But sometimes that can happen with teams. They can put players and they just don't
gel.
click.
Yeah, they don't gel.
But if two of them signings, any two of them hit the ground running, Chelsea, because they'll. If they just accumulate loads of points.
Yeah, you could see they might struggle in a few games this year trying to get everything to mix well, but if they get going, they're definitely going to be up there. So you're seeing them boy players. Huh?
You're playing them on Sunday, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's your prediction for that? 2-7.
I'd have to fancy us, even though we're away to them. I have to.
Yeah, no, I just says right again. If the lads start off and they hit the ground running, I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea. Yeah.
Having looked at us against Leeds, right? Us against Leeds. Leeds were quality. They were on the front foot and they got at us. Some of the goals we conceded were fucking horrendous. Like Van Dijk's one, where he tried to bleed and flick the thing over.
You know what the thing is, though? That may have exposed it because last season, and there's no, like, I'm not dissing Liverpool for this, but the teams didn't attack Liverpool like that. They didn't go at Liverpool to kind of expose much weaknesses. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but the problem is that teams that did that, we would press them and win the ball back and fucking devastate. Right. You know what I mean? But
no, that's what I mean, which kind of made teams then hold back on doing it.
Teams would sit back for fucking 90 minutes and we'd be playing passes across our back line in midfield and have 80% possession and 50 shots on goal and win 1-0 in the 80th minute or something. But Leeds had a right goal, but they were poor in their back line. But in saying that, Liverpool missed a bunch of chances as well. Like, it wasn't, they still seem to be playing within themselves. Like, so I would have to think against Chelsea, they're going to lift their game. And I watched Chelsea against Brighton, and Chelsea were poor against Brighton. Like, when Brighton scored 1-0, it looked like they would go on. Now, your man James picked the ball up 2 minutes later and hit one like Vincent Kompany against bleeding Leicester the year they bet Liverpool by a point. Stuck it in the top bin from fucking 40 yards. But
don't shoot.
But they still struggled and they weren't great. Chelsea, I don't know. I think to be
honest, but Chelsea are.
Yeah, I know. My point being, I'd rather go to Stamford Bridge now and play them than in 3 or 4 months' time when they've gelled and blend. You know what I mean? When they've had time to.
Yeah, what better like time to gel than against Liverpool? Like the big.
Well, come here, if they do. All I'm saying is I'd rather do it now before they do settle as a team, before Werner does find his feet, before Havertz does settle into the Premier League. You know what I mean? I'd rather play them now.
Sneaky bets on that match alone. See what the mad odd ones are. Like, it was 12 few little fucking euros here and there.
Yeah. Come here, fucking champions. I'd have to fancy after signing Alicante today. Now I have to say, a little bit more fucking optimistic this season because I was thinking, like, I still think City are going to win it, but I thought we were going to struggle, to be honest.
I know they wouldn't struggle. I thought you were a banker for second, but again with Chelsea,
it could have easily finished in a draw against Leeds there. Like, it could have easily.
Yeah, it was the first game.
I know it's the first game, but we fucking went to bleeding February or March without losing a game last season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was still game 1 and that lost. So like, do you know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought you were a banker for second until I was saying Chelsea have bought, and I was like, well, if they.
Yeah, I haven't seen what they bought for.
Then it could be a kind of. But again, it could be Chelsea, Liverpool, City. It could be 3 horse races, which would be better because they got fallen for the neutrals when you had a won by fucking.
Stop! It was boring for us because it was just like, get the season over and get the fucking trophy lifted, get that monkey off your back and you know what I mean. But this year, because we won it last year, if you lost by a point this year or 2 points or whatever, but going into the last 3 or 4 games, any one a couple of teams can win it. It'll make it really interesting. You'll be able to enjoy it more. I didn't really enjoy last season because every game and the season before that was even worse, like, you know what I mean? So I think I'll enjoy it more this season if it is a 3 horse race and you'd be less like if you get beat, it'd be like, oh fuck it, we're still in it, but you know what I mean? It'd be the nerves are gone, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think they'll enjoy this one a bit more. But yeah, the signing, and then it looked like there's talk of your man Jota of Wolves. Liverpool are looking at signing as well. So they went from like fucking having no money to fucking, so you know, looks like that's yeah. He seems to be a backup that they were looking at Werner for, but don't know, like you fucking sick of Origi, like he's dirty is. He's one of those constantly bang one in the top corner and do nothing for them. You know what I mean? Just frustrating when you see him go on the park, like.
Yeah, but Jota's a bit like that as well.
Jota's quick. He's quality though. I like him. I like what. Come here. If I was to get, if you could say to me, look, you can take any one of them players off Wolves. I think like I'd be looking at Traore, but I think it'd be Jimenez. No, midfield. No, I don't want another midfield. We have played Naby Keita and the Ox and fucking, you know, I'll be looking at, we need a front man, we need cover, you need someone pushing, so it'll be either Traore or I'll be looking at Jimenez. I think Jimenez will do really well. I think you do well at us, like if you took Bobby out there, or Bobby was injured or something, you throw him up front, I think you get bags of goals.
I think you should sell Firmino.
Firmino?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's okay.
He was poor last season, like very poor.
Yeah, I don't really see the fuss in him, I have to say. And again, I'm not a hater. Like Liverpool, I don't like.
You know what he reminds me of, right? The type of player he reminds me of, Benzema. Less goals, but Benzema was he was the kind of striker that was very unselfish, and he made Ronaldo look better than Ronaldo was. Because he would, rather than turn and shoot and miss, he'd lay it off and let Ronaldo get his fourth, let him get his fifth. He played, the way he played was so unselfish that he'd set up Ronaldo rather than put it in the back of the net. And he was happy to do that. And he'd get his goals as well, but he was, and Firmino was a bit like that. He'd be clean through and he'd do a no-look fucking side-foot pass for someone else to tap it in. Like, he's that sort of player. Like, he's the link man.
What Firmino tends to be is like just a cog in the wheel. So he's like the pass that leads to the pass that leads to the through ball that leads to the goal.
He'll get the ball, he'll turn and he'll slide in, but he's unselfish about it. He doesn't, like, there's certain players in the team that do the dirty work and never look for the praise. Now, he plays further forward, but he still kind of plays that, you know what I mean? He's not always looking to get you know what strikers are like? They get the ball torn and hit the thing 40 yards and it's not on, and just, like, I was watching
No, in the whole player, I get that, but again, even in that, I just...
Well, like, I was watching Zaha in the Palace match, and he makes a great run, and literally, he's slide it in for, I think it was IU or something, to tap it home. And he turns back, tries to beat your man again, and toe poke it in the near post, and it goes wide. And just like, you're fucking, like, your team wins, you pass the ball.
He's selling himself though, isn't he? He's trying to sell himself.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So there's players like that. Like, Salah can be a bit like that. Like, he'll take an extra touch and try and force a shot. Or Harry Kane. Harry Kane, the ball will come to Harry Kane, and there'll be 3 men free in the box for tap-ins, and he'd let the ball go out for a corner kick rather than pass it, because he knows, well, when the corner's taken, I'll be in the box and I might score from that. Like, he's that sort of a selfish player. You know?
But the thing about that is that when you look at them two, they're like always going for the golden boot. So allow it. Allow it, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when that's
all we're talking about is the type of player that Bobby Firmino is that he's that unselfish striker. He doesn't care if he only gets 15 goals or 17 goals or whatever. He doesn't need to get the 40 goals, but the job he does makes sure the other 2 players get 20, 25 goals. You know what I mean? So
the job he does could be, listen, if you sell him now where he's kind of still young and kind of popular, you'll get max profit for him. Yeah. And then just buy somebody better.
I'd be all over Jimenez. That's if you were to ask me a striker to get in there, Jimenez, that's who I'd be. That's who I'd be all over. Personally, I just think he's one of those. He reminds me of Lewandowski a bit. He's just a fucking goal scorer. Scored him anywhere. and just gets in the box. Doesn't even want the ball outside the box. You play the ball to him outside the box. He play it straight back to you. You get rid of it, and he's gone. Like a fucking Van Nistelrooy or something, you know, just a bleeding goal poacher. Stick it in the box, he throw his head at it. You know what I mean?
This is supposed to be a Super 6.
Yeah, complete. Anyway, we can wrap it up. Going to be sick listening to it, but yeah. So look, anyone interested, hit us up. We'll have a look. We might set up a league or something. This is a little side project from the usual stuff I do anyway. So this is purely for the footy heads. Anyone who'd fucking sit through the last 10 minutes of me talking about Liverpool must be a footy head. Like.
Yeah, it's not easy. I've said for the last 10 years. Like. I'm immune.
It's fucking 30 years waiting to be able to actually speak with authority on the matter. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. Fair play to everyone for tuning in. We'll be back with a podcast probably over the weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
You want to join the league? Let us know. We'll set a league up.
All right.